My work starts in 1980 when I formed a group of performers with whom I created public events in many different kinds of venues, such as beaches, public squares, and even theaters. So with this group, in the context of performance on the beach, say on the beach of Ipanema, I started to use a lot of different materials. I started to use graffiti, visual poems. I started to use different kinds of elements as tools in my performance. And that led to a relentless experimentation with a wide array of materials, photocopiers, rubber stamping. And I felt that although that was a very important phase, that had not pushed the possibilities of poetry beyond the formal limits that I had inherited from other styles and groups and movements before. So in order to create a poetic language that was visual, but at the same time would, I felt, correspond more readily to the transformations, to the social transformations that were taking place internationally, with the global networks starting to emerge, with a sense of immateriality becoming a viable form of thinking, art making, and writing, I then created holographic poetry, which relies not on the physicality of the word on the page, but relies on the question of what happens to language when you can still control it, but you're working in a immaterial medium that is based not on the graphic substance of language, but on light, on photons, on the multiplicity of points of views, on a syntax of dissolving forms. This piece is a dialogue between a bird and a plant. A bird in a cage sings. The sound travels to a gallery about 400 miles away, and the plant can hear the singing of the bird. An electrode attached to the plant activates a computer which is controlling the sounds that are being produced and transmitted back to the bird cage. So the bird can hear the sounds produced by the plant, and a form of interspecies communication unfolds through the network. Teleporting an unknown state creates the experience of the internet as a means of distributing natural resources where these are more needed. The basic idea is to invite participants on the internet to point their cameras to the sky and, as a result, teleport photons into a remote gallery where a seed has been planted in a completely dark room. So as the light comes in from different parts of the globe, then the seed can do photosynthesis and grow in total darkness with light from all over the world.
C'est une œuvre de téléprésence et on met en relation le hic et nunc de l'endroit où je suis, mon ciel à moi, que j'envoie dans un lieu autre et qui va permettre à une plante de pousser. Ce qui est complètement fabuleux dans cette chose-là, c'est nous mettre face à la responsabilité collective que l'on a face aux vivants. En l'occurrence, là, il s'agissait d'une toute petite plante fragile, mais est-ce qu'on la prend? Comment elle la prend? Qu'est-ce que la lumière? La lumière, c'est aussi cette source de vie. Internet et les nouvelles technologies, c'est de la lumière qui se transporte.
It is this collective participation. It is this reversal of the topology of broadcasting, where you have the information going from one to many. Here you have the information going from many to one. The understanding of how network topology informs how meaning is constructed and undoing it to reverse it, to converge it to literally a point to enable life to sprout.
Je crois que ce qui est important dans les travaux d'Eduardo Kac, c'est que c'est jamais des travaux simples et qui ont une approche littérale. C'est-à-dire que les œuvres de téléprésence, bien sûr, mettent en jeu la téléprésence, mais il y a toujours quelque chose en plus, il y a toujours quelque chose d'autre, et ce quelque chose d'autre appartient à la communication.